This is the setting. War Memorial Stadium in Laramie, Wyoming. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday, and we continue with this one. It's the Georgia State Panthers and the Wyoming Cowboys. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Road with the latest on the weather.
I caught up with the Wyoming head coach before the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Stumbled to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Hughes. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Using his feet. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Cowboys send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The run inside. It's Butler. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Quick completion to the right. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Panthers.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
And he's going to bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Now facing a third and long. Here comes the heat, trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Butler.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got a man. It's Washington. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Harris. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense...
There's a crease. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting him out flanked with the Wildcat. We've reached the break. Georgia State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter.
Wyoming, 0.
They've got a first down here to open the period. Running inside, it's Harris. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Makes the grab, it's Harris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The run inside. It's Harris. Got a little grass. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Dropping back, it's Hughes. Makes the catch, it's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Panthers! The defense putting points on the board.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he added the extra point.
Georgia State, 14, Wyoming, 0. Number 14, set to kick this one away.
And he's going to try to return this one. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
And right now, it looks like there's 12, 13, 14 guys on defense. I mean, last possession, you saw him break on the football, get the pick 6. Now, another opportunity again. Dialed in, focused, breaks on the football, but that's why he plays defense. Shows you why he's not a receiver, but this defense is dialed in.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Scanning the field, it's Hughes. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
They'll go right back to him. Could be an alley. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking outside, it's Butler. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Butler. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Harris. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hughes. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. And the Cowboys want to crank the tempo.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the direct snap, it's Murray. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for space, it's Butler. Maybe a crease. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 8 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's Ole Miss looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to fit.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Takes it the other way. Inside the touchdown, Cowboys. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. They'll pounce on the loose ball in the end zone, stop the drive, and it'll be a touchback. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Escapes the pressure going right. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. The Panthers moving quickly to the line. On On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the left. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Here's a little room there. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And, man, that is crushing to a defense. You force the 4th down. You know they're going to run the football. You're bringing guys near the line of scrimmage, and you can't get him to the ground. Not only does he get the first down, he gets a huge chunk after that. This defense is definitely going to be deflated.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
Quarterback will keep it, and they're able to get him on the ground.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Flushed out of the pocket. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
You know, you wonder sometimes if this quarterback, because of the success he's had earlier in the game, running the ball, just thinks every time I scramble, something good is going to happen. I think that time, guys, he should have stayed in the pocket and tried to take a shot, because it looked up to me like he had a guy open downfield.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Harris. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And, man, he really hasn't been the problem today. How about that? He's rushed for over 100 yards, another big chunk play on the ground. They've continued to be able to run the football well, but here now in the second half, you've built yourself a deficit. I wonder how many more runs they got in him. They got to open this passing attack up and make some big plays.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Powers through the defender. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached a break. Georgia State has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Running inside, it's Harris. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle, and you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop in the running back spot. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Looking for a man, it's Hughes. Rushes on him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. The Cowboys will hustle to the line.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Looking for the score. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Making side adjustments here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. Makes the grab. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Powers forward. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wyoming. lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Murray. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Georgia State takes over as the offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They believe they can run right here. After the filthy move, he's got room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And with runs like that, I'm not sure this offense is going to have to throw the football again. I mean, you got the lead. You're gashing them like that. This defense is going to have to be more aggressive. You got to get the football back. We got to force a turnover, get a strip, bring more guys near the line of scrimmage. Got to get a stand here.
There's some room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia State. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Georgia State 31, Wyoming 14.
Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to pass. It's Hughes. Fires to the middle. He's open on the right. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Cowboys are in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. He wants to change this route. He's going to look for a man on third and short. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down, get the conversion, move the sticks.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Tried to get them a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Turning on the Jets. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Georgia State. And the stomping has commenced. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for room, it's Holman. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Cowboys want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Hughes. Pulls it in. It's Holman. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Georgia State.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is